Hey guys, what's up? It's Shirt Talking. Welcome back to my channel. So today video is about Tales of Crestoria. This game I was really expecting because I'm kind of a fan of the Tales of franchise. I didn't play all of the games. I kind of stopped on the PlayStation 2, but I know that Bandai Namco was working to get a very good game experience for us because this game was announced like 2 years before now. And the game just got to closed beta test in two countries, Canada and another one that I don't remember from the Asian country, on the Asian continent, sorry. So this game here is very different when you compare it to the original mainline Tales of series, simply because it's turn-based. Yeah, a lot of people will turn their noses here because they were expecting an action-oriented Tales of game, but they changed it for turn-based. In my opinion, I don't mind that, simply because the game still has a heart of the series, and playing action-oriented games on mobile phone are not for everyone. I don't like playing action-oriented games on mobile phones. Some people do like, it's okay, but I don't get the precision when playing these games. And also, mobile games tend to be very grinding, and grinding games on action battle system, well, you have to play that on auto. And if you're playing on an action-oriented game auto, why are you playing an action-oriented game in the first place? I don't know. So we had Star Ocean Amnesis here on the global, and it did end up well. Maybe this was a correct decision. Maybe the trend is going for turn-based. I don't know. I know the Ark Knights is making a lot of money, and it's a game that is not turn-based, but it kind of depends of what you're getting to. So a lot of more information about this game is that, like I said, it was kind of to be released in December for last year, but the developers tried to get more time and release it later. It will be releasing on the next month, and I think that the final product will be okay, but you have to keep your expectations in line here, because the actual product that it's working right now, it has some problems. But we will be discussing each one of the problems with some time. So let me just start Quest so we can talk more about how this game works. Like I said, it's a turn-based game. It has a story. It's a very well developed story. This game doesn't have that original mindset of, oh, some evil appears in the world and it causes apocalypse, and then a red color hair protagonist appears to save world. Well, it's not like that. It has very different things, and I only played for the chapter 6 here, as it seems, and I'm still learning more about the story, and it's very heavy on story, but you don't have to watch everything. You can simply skip most of it and watch it later. But the game is fully voiced with Japanese actors that kind of brings this all much into life. And also the audio of this game is awesome, guys. The soundtrack they use here is insane. I kind of want to play this game with a phone on my ears all the time, just to watch the animations and hear the music and the sound. This is incredible. It's a very high product. I don't think this game will fail like the other Tales of series failed, and this is also an indication on why they choose turn-based. The other two were different. I think Tales of Link is considered turn-based, but Tales of Arise was not. And that game still successful on Japan, but not on global. This game is launching on the same time on global on Japanese, so they kind of know that this game will appeal to both audiences. So now let's just enter a stage to try to talk a little more about the battle system. I think the battle system is very simple. There's nothing too different here. But the whole system of the game, of what you equip, how you summon your characters, how do you equip them, and how you develop them, is a little original, I think. I never saw a game like this. But let's just talk about how the battle system works first. Well, you can see also that you don't have much AP when you start the game. Maybe you get a lot by getting more ranks, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like this game will be very grinding. Let me just skip the story here so we can at least see the battles. It seems like this game has a lot of customization. You can see that by the 6th part of the story I was already dying with some units here that were just playing on auto. I know that didn't grind anything, I'm just going stage by new stage, and well, I think that there's quite a lot of difference between each one of your characters. Some of them are tanks, some of them have utility, there are some healers, not so much, at least for now. there are very different homes and very different passives and buffs, trying to change your whole idea of strategy when you're playing this game. So you can see we have 4 units, and this one is just using the third ultimate. This ultimate is very good, but it's only usable by SSR units. You can do that with SR units. There are only 3 types of rarity on this game: R, SR, SSR. SSR units will have their ultimates, the other ones won't have that. And the R units are not even units, they are only memories. Now, we will be talking about the gacha system of this game. Another thing, we just saw the battle system, and like I said, the graphics are a little blurry on this game so far. I don't understand if this was part of the beta. They are kind of holding up with the graphics. I don't know if they didn't optimize it yet. But a lot of people are complaining the graphics of this game. I don't know. That's okay for me. But let's just go here and go to the summon page so we can discuss how the gacha system works. Let's just go back a little further. Well, you don't summon for characters exactly, you summon for memories, and these memories can have a character aligned to them. So you go here on your summon. I can do multiple yet because I don't have enough gems. But let's just click here on hate so you can understand a little better. There are a lot of memories. Some memories won't have any character attached to them. But if they have one, when you summon it, you get the memory and the character. The memory is an item that you can equip to any character in the game. Let me just see if I can at least discuss a little better. You can see that the rates are also very okay. SSR has 5% chances and SR has 20%. Like I said, R are not characters. They won't ever be characters. They will always be memories that you can equip. So let me get back here and let's just see my actual squad right now. Like I said, I didn't summon too much because I'm playing the game like for 2 hours or more. Let's just click on Alliance and we can click on Party Lineup. When you see this party lineup, you see way too many icons. What is this, guys? Well, there's an explanation for everything here. The first 4 slots are for your active units. Actually, the 4th slot is more used for support. That means that you'll be using your friend units. That's why this 4th character has level 2 while the others have level 4. You won't even get experience by not participating in battle. But the other 2 that are on the back line, they will. So you have your 4 units. If any one of the 4 units die, they will get replaced by these 2 sub-members, the main members and the sub-members. And you can see right below we have these little crystals here with an image of a character. On this case here, my main character was this one that I summoned. It's called, let me see, Kanono A. I think Kanono A is from Tales of Link. I don't know if she's from another game, but Kanono A was from Tales of Link. When I summoned her, I got the memory and the character. You can equip the character with the memory, the same memory. So you see she's using her own memory. But you can also change. You can use a different memory to another character. You can see here the sub-member here. He is equipped with a memory that it's not itself. It will depend. Each one of these memories will have different passives. Will also give you different status. You can see that they have status here. It's interesting because, well, it's something that I never saw before. You get 2 things when you summon one, and you don't have swords equipment on this game. You can only equip these memories, and sometimes a memory won't have a character because sometimes a memory is just a memory, and it will only be equipment. And you can also see that we have here substones. You have 9 here to equip as well. It's just the same memories, but they will affect the whole squad because when you click here, you understand a little better. Some of these stones will only affect a certain type or a center element. We have types and element here. When you click on a character, you see a little better. You have this is an SSR from the water element, and it's also a type, it's longsword. So some buffs will only work on longsword. You can see here a target, large sword type. Large sword, longsword. Well, this game has a problem with translation. Yeah, we have that. The developer said that they are working on that. Before release, the translation will be okay. But right now it seems like it was a machine translation. There's a lot of difficulty trying to understand what each one of these skills does. It's very hard to understand. But at least we can understand most of the attacks. Attacks are a little easier to understand. And it's very interesting that you see we have 3 attacks with the SSR unit, and then we have the ultimate. Let me just get back to this girl again. So you also don't have many status in this game. You only have HP, attack, and defense. There's nothing besides that. The type of the character can be magical, like this one here. You can see it's no, this one is a spear, but there's a magical type as well, but it will only use attack. There's no mag status. It's very simple. Everything here is simple, and it can be good because a lot of people will understand the game faster without having to rely on watching too much content on YouTube or something like that, or just having to do a lot of research and trial and failure. But like I said, I like the system because you are always getting something that can be used. But unfortunately, that's something that not everyone will like, that SSR units are the only ones that have the ultimate. The SR doesn't have. And the original main protagonist is very weak. There's an SSR version of him that is quite good, but the original one that you get when you start is terrible. You have to replace him as soon as possible. You can see here, because this game also has a codex. The codex is very nice. There are games that doesn't have that. I don't understand why, because at least we can check the characters that we don't have, planning to get them, and we get more height between it. So you can see here we have this Kanata is the name of the protagonist, and there is an SSR version of him. And he has 3 attacks on normal, 2 arts, and a mystical art. And the normal one is terrible. Just look at this. He only has a normal attack and a single art. Replace this guy as soon as you can. Okay, so well, I think this is it, guys. I will be showing more videos about this game, but the video doesn't have to be that long. I will be playing it for the foreseeable future. I will be bringing guides. This game is nice because it doesn't have a Japanese version before. It's a global version released on all regions, so we are all starting on the same time. We will have some expectations. We won't know everything that will happen with the game. I like this. I like surprise. I don't like to know everything that will come to the game. Prepared. This thing to be always prepared is not something that I really like. There are a lot of gacha games that come before in other regions, so we follow up everything that they decided or they studied for a need. Sometimes we could have been more creative with the global versions of our games, but we are always following up what the Japanese version does. So well, this is it, guys. I will be covering this game on this channel. I do hope if you are playing as well, you follow me up on this video as well. And thank you. We see each other on the next one. Bye.